You love Abraham. The vibration, the alignment, the feeling it before it comes. But a quiet part of you wonders if any of it is real. A neuroscientist put it under a brain scanner. It is.
On paper, these two could not be further apart. Abraham is a non-physical collective consciousness, channeled through Abraham-Hicks since the 80s. No lab, no data, just vibration and well-being. Dispenza is a neuroscientist. 30 years of brain scans, heart monitors, and blood tests. Everything he claims, he tries to measure.
They've never met. They share no worldview, and yet they teach the same 7 principles. That's not a coincidence. That's a signal.
Here's the real problem. If you only have Abraham, the practice can feel slippery. You're aligning. You're reaching for the better feeling. And you can't tell if anything is actually changing. And when life doesn't move fast enough, the doubt creeps in. Is this vibration thing real? Or am I just talking myself into feeling better?
What if the thing Abraham calls vibration has a nervous system? What if someone already mapped it, measured it, and watched it change human biology in 4 days?
In the next few minutes, I'll show you 4 places where Abraham and Dispenza are describing the exact same mechanism. One in vibration, one in biology.
Then I'll show you the one real difference between them, and why that difference might decide which teacher you actually need right now.
Start with the one idea everything else is built on. For both teachers, your emotion is not a reaction to your life. It's the cause of it. Abraham calls it your emotional guidance system. Your feelings are a readout of one thing. Are you aligned with what you want or resisting it? Feel good, you're allowing. Feel bad, you're resisting. The emotion isn't the weather, it's the compass. Now Dispenza, same idea, different microscope. He calls your emotions the output of the thinking-feeling loop. Your thoughts release chemicals. Those chemicals make you feel a certain way. And that feeling makes you think more of the same thought, round and round, until your body is locked to a feeling.
And both land on the identical, slightly uncomfortable conclusion. You don't change your life by changing your circumstances. You change your emotional baseline first. Then the circumstances follow.
And here's why that's so hard to do. Dispenza says by the time you're 35, 95% of who you are is a set of memorized behaviors and automatic emotional reactions. 95%. That leaves 5% of you actually awake at the wheel. Abraham says the same thing without the percentage. Most people are simply practicing their same habitual vibration day after day by default. Not creating, repeating. Both are describing a person who's asleep and thinks they're choosing. Okay, if emotion is the cause, here's the move that follows. And it's the same counterintuitive instruction from both of them. Abraham says, you must find a way to feel the essence of it, even before it comes, or it cannot come. You don't chase the thing. You match its frequency now. You feel like you already have it, and reality is pulled to meet you there. Now listen to Dispenza describe the exact same act in the language of the body. Dispenza says gratitude is the ultimate state of receiving, because you normally feel grateful after something arrives. Feel it before, and you signal the body that the event has already happened. Same instruction, word for word in meaning. Put it on the board. Row 1. Feel it first.
And here's why they both say wanting fails. Abraham. Wanting is a state that professes not having. So the law brings you more not having. Dispenza. Lower vibration emotion can only carry the consciousness of the past. Same trap. You can't manifest from lack, because lack is the broadcast.
Row 2. The obstacle. For both, it's the same thing. Wanting from a place of absence. Abraham has a beautiful image for this. Everything you've ever asked for is already waiting in what they call vibrational escrow. It's not that you're trying to create it, it's already created. Your only job is to become the frequency that can receive it. And Dispenza explains exactly why receiving feels so hard. When you try to hold a new, elevated emotion, your body fights it. It's chemically addicted to the old one.
He found the body sends urgent signals up the spine. This doesn't feel right, go back to normal. While the brain pumps out the familiar stress chemicals it's used to. That uncomfortable feeling when you try to stay positive? That's not failure. That's your body in withdrawal from its own past.
So if you feel it first, where does that feeling go? Both teachers point at an invisible field and the same doorway into it. Abraham calls it source energy, an eternal, non-physical stream of well-being. You're not connected to it. You're an extension of it. Dispenza calls it the quantum field, a non-local sea of pure potential, beyond space and time, holding every possible future as energy. Row 3, the field. Different names, same claim. Reality rises out of an invisible source you can reach.
And here's the doorway they share. You cannot think your way to it. Both say the analytical mind is the obstacle.
Abraham, quiet the mind so the stream can flow in without resistance. Dispenza, drop into theta, the brainwave state beneath thinking, where the subconscious finally becomes reachable. Row 4, the tool. Meditation. Stillness beneath the thinking mind. The board is full. 4 for 4. These strangers completely agree. There's one more place they agree completely, and it's the most demanding idea in either teaching. You are the creator of your reality. Fully. No exceptions. Abraham is uncompromising about it. Every condition you experience is a reflection of your own vibrational offering. No victims. No accidents. Even the unwanted is something you've been practicing. That can sound harsh, but watch Dispenza arrive at the identical place, from biology. Dispenza says you are not the victim of your genes and not the victim of your environment. Because of epigenetics, your thoughts and emotions literally switch genes on and off. Change your inner state, you change your biology. Change your biology, you change your life.
So here's the convergence. Abraham says you create your reality through vibration. Dispenza says you create your biology through emotion. For both of them, sovereignty isn't a pep talk. It's the logical end of the whole framework. There's no one coming to do it for you. And that's the good news, because it means it's yours to change. Now here's the part that makes Dispenza so good for an Abraham fan. Everything you've been taking on faith, he walked into a lab and measured it.
Abraham says when you feel love or gratitude, you're broadcasting downstream. Dispenza measured the broadcast. The heart's magnetic field is 5,000 times stronger than the brain's, reaching 8 to 10 feet around your body. People who sustained elevated emotion for under 20 minutes a day for 4 days raised their main immune antibody by nearly 50% and dropped their stress hormone by 16. Feeling good isn't just metaphysics, it's measurable chemistry. In his workshops, 4 days of meditation dropped survival stress brainwaves and raised the brainwaves linked to oneness in 91% of people. This is Abraham's allowing state, showing up on an EEG.
So this is the real gift. Abraham gives you the instruction. Dispenza hands you the receipts. The thing you are taking on faith now has a paper trail.
So where do they actually differ? In just one place, but it matters. It's about the field itself. For Abraham, the field is personal. Source loves you. It is always, always oriented toward your well-being, pulling you toward your desires. For Dispenza, the field is neutral. The quantum field has no favorites and no bias. It doesn't love you. It just precisely reflects whoever you're being. One is a loving parent. The other is a flawless mirror. That's the real fork in the road.
But here's what took me a while to see. Even with that difference, the practice is identical. Whether the field loves you or just reflects you, you do the same thing. You feel it first.
So which teacher do you actually need? It comes down to how your mind is built. If you feel your way through life, if emotion and faith come easily, Abraham is your door. The vibration language just clicks for you. But if part of you needs to understand the mechanism, if you can't fully surrender to something until you see how it works, Dispenza is your door. Same room. He just lets you read the blueprints on the way in.
An Abraham fan whose faith wavers when life gets hard is exactly who Dispenza was built for. And a Dispenza student who's all data and no feeling is missing the warmth Abraham brings. You don't pick one. You let them cover each other's blind spots.
So you were never choosing between faith and science.
Abraham gave you the instruction. Feel it before you see it. Dispenza just walked into the lab and watched it light up the brain. Same river. One of them named the current. The other measured it. So I'm curious. Which door is yours? Abraham's feeling or Dispenza's evidence? And did knowing the science make the manifestation feel more real or less magical? Tell me in the comments. I read them.
And if this clicked, I made a whole video on Eckhart Tolle and Abraham-Hicks, where stillness becomes the launch pad for everything you just learned. It's the natural next step. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments what you'd like us to cover next. And check out our website, thedeepsynthesis.com, where we go deeper on every topic, plus a free convergence map waiting for you.